Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through the Supreme Arena defenses I've planned for this week, the free-to-play, mid-level, and also pay-to-win. We're going to lead it off with the free-to-play team number 1, which is going to be the Pandora Shmira combo. We will have Damon in front of actually Pandora to protect her. We have Pandora in front of Shmira in the back to give the charms. We have the Grim Executioner Phantomal also giving the buff onto Shmira, Nero in the back, and Ludwig to heal up the team. With the Pack Bond spell, that will help the survival, pretty much guaranteeing that everyone is going to survive up until Shmira comes out of the box, and then she can begin bursting the enemy team. So overall, an effective team using heroes which have been a pretty big priority for everyone to be building up. Okay, moving on to team number 2. Team number 2 is going to be the Iron Almas Tossie team, and I do think this is still a good option to run, especially because your Wild Phantomal also is going to be pretty highly leveled up because of AFK stages. So we've positioned it in a way that even if the enemy tries to go for a Sylvina, they will not be able to jump onto Bonnie or Citrana because they're not on any symmetrical tiles. So that is important. We also have Snow Stomper up front, and that is going to take an enemy Lily May interruption, so Iron will be able to immediately go off. On top of all of this, we do have Citrana buffing up, basically giving the magic sparks to almost every single one on the team so we can spread our debuffs quickly. And we have, of course, Almas for prolonging the crowd control. This is going to be with the Seismic spell. Seismic spell is a good option for this team. It helps you wombo combo enemies, but definitely if you wanted to go for another choice, Blood Moon would not be bad either. And this map is pretty well suited for a Tossie team because she's going to be triggering this map effect to provide a shield onto herself and unaffected. And Tossie will try to solo at the end of the fight. Okay, moving on to team number 3. Team number 3 is going to be the Lily May Siren double damage threat comp with the Divine Favor spell. Now, I've maxed out this artifact because eventually it will also be a priority for the Sigmund Dream Realm boss, and so maxing it out will be good. And Divine Favor really is a strong artifact. It's going to power up heroes after they cast their ultimate, and Siren will cast his ultimate fast into the match. We have Ravion to further buff up Siren and Lily May, and we have Pheromore to give that buff onto Lily May as well. Hugin in front of Siren to give his buffs onto Siren, and overall this is going to be very strong. Snow Stomper will take an enemy Lily May interruption, and then Siren will be able to freely go off after that. So those are basically the free-to-play teams. Now we're going to move on to the mid-level. Okay guys, so for the mid-level of teams, for team number 1, we are going to be running Marcel. If people have built her up for PvP, this is going to be Hugin in front of Marcel and Rowan behind Marcel to give her the buffs. And then we also have a third buffer in here, which will be Ludwig, because his healing from his charms is going to also provide a buff onto Marcel. Tessio to be buffing up also Marcel, and we have Siren here to be just benefiting from the healing of Ludwig. And obviously, he's a strong hero if he can get off his ultimate, more crowd control potential. And the Seismic spell, if you upgrade to plus 30, this is probably one of the most suited teams for the plus 30 or upgrade. The reason for that is, if your allies remain on the allied side of the battlefield, which all of these heroes will, then you're going to have a prolonged duration of Seismic spell, like dealing more damage and also crowd controlling enemies for even longer. And so this is a really effective comp, basically for plus 30 artifact of Seismic spell, if you can get it. And Ludwig honestly is going to help heal the team and keep the team safe, but Marcel is our major damage threat, of course. Moving on to team number 2. Team number 2, so here is going to be basically like a version of Citrana Bonnie. However, it is going to be a better overall version if you have these heroes built. So basically, we have a really good stall strategy. Igor, we also have Tossie in here because a lot of people have invested into Tossie, so I definitely wanted to recommend her. And then we have Callan to provide just that shielding and protection, especially with the Supreme Plus skill upgrade. He's better than ever before. We have Bonnie and Citrana's debuff to spread, and then in the end, Igor and Tossie will just be soloing the enemy team with the Pokemon spell for more survival, and this is going to be both Igor and Tossie are going to benefit greatly from this map effect because they're going to be jumping around the battle. Now, the only major counter to a team like this is Cryonia. So if people have Cryonia on your server, then it probably is not a great idea for you to be running this team. But other than Cryonia, this is going to be a very difficult team to deal with and a really effective option using just regular faction heroes. Team number 3 is going to be the Perseus Lily May Nuking comp, this is a very effective comp because you have Snowstorm to take an enemy Lily May interruption, then Shakir will immediately ultimate after Theodore. It gives him the boosted energy, and then you have 3 melee heroes minimum running into the front line, Theodore, Shakir, and Perseus, and Perseus is going to shred the enemy team, and if you buy his charms from the Charm Merchant, you'll just be able to get the mythic quality bonus at least, even if you can't get a complete set, and then also Divine Favor to further buff up Lily May and Perseus. Overall, this is going to be a very solid comp. Very strong option, again using regular faction heroes, but definitely the thing about this mid-level of team is they are using heroes which only PvP players would be investing into. For example, Perseus, for example, Igor, or even Callan, and then Marcel. However, if you are that PvP kind of like mid-level of player, then you can make really good use of these heroes, regular faction heroes, and do very well. So that's basically the concept behind these mid-level of teams. And before we move on to the pay-to-win teams, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark or favorite this link, and whenever you plan to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link, make your purchase, and it will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for the support. Okay guys, so now we have the pay to win lineup. For team number 1, it isn't that different from the mid-level of team, but it will be using Mihira rather than Ludovic. Now if you don't have Mihira, you can run that Ludovic version we showed in the mid-level. Still going to be very effective, but I think Mihira is going to be slightly better with that initial crowd control, and then also the fact with her charm, quality bonus, and her even Supreme Plus skill, she is going to increase the damage that enemies take, and that can help boost Marcel's damage even further. We have Hugin buffing up Marcel, Rowan buffing up Marcel, and Tessio also buffing Marcel. This is going to be with the sizing spell, and again, if you have plus 30 level of this artifact, which I'm going to try to do, it is my next priority, just for PvP specifically, it is going to dominate because your whole team is going to remain on the allied side of the battlefield. They're all ranged heroes, and the sizing spell is just going to get that maximum value from the plus 30 effect. Siren also blocking the enemy artifact, very strong. Now, I want to get Tessio to 110. 110 is going to be big for this comp because that's going to give that initial energy and also attack boost, attack and defensive buff to all of your allies, and including Marcel would be really important. And so that is going to be kind of like a major priority to be shooting for 110 of Tessio, which is again what I'm going to try to do hopefully by tomorrow. So for team number 2, we do have the pay-to-win Dunlinger, Saida, Athalia combo, but there's a lot of things going on here. We have Dunlinger allowing Saida to cast her ultimate, and if you can get those blast charms onto Saida, she is going to become a monster in PvP. Not only good for AFK stages, which is really important, but also in PvP, she's really good with those blast charms. So I'm going to try to get them maybe tomorrow. I know it is Rogue Day. Then we also have Aliceth giving the wings onto Athalia for a couple of reasons. It gives another life to Athalia, and her damage is higher in her initial life form. Also, it will cause Athalia to be targeting the backline enemy target, which Aliceth is also locking onto, which I think can be pretty good. We have the Alucia Phantomal on the buffing up Athalia, which is the best target because she's going to be dashing around the map, and all of the heroes jumping around here are going to get really good value from this Field Forge map effect. And Igor, of course. Igor is going to have great stroll factor along with Saida and the Dunlinger protection. They're going to be strolling for days, and Athalia is just going to be nuking people. And Aliceth as well is a very strong hero to run in stall, and that's why we're running you here with the Pack Bomb spell, which is definitely the best artifact for stall comps. So overall, this is going to be a very menacing team to deal with, and it should do well for you if you have these heroes. Okay, team number 3 is going to be the Pandora Cryonaya Wilder comp. So you might be thinking, what happened to Diurnal? So I was doing testing in the previous week, and I felt like Cryonaya overall is a bit more solid than Diurnal because against enemies who run Saida, if they run Igor stall, Saida stall with Athalia, they can actually defeat those Diurnal team that I was running, but Cryonaya is going to basically prevent them from winning. Now, of course, there are going to be ways to counter this team. Specifically, Dunlinger is going to be the biggest way to shut it down. However, if they're not running Dunlinger, we're going to take a Lily May with our Snow Stomper, and then Pandora is going to release Cryo from the box 4 seconds into the match, and she's going to obliterate basically everything. Even with the red charms, even without a charm priority. We have Ravion buffing up the Cryonaya and Lily May. we have Cryonite being buffed up by the charms of Pandora, and also the Pandora is going to put Cryonite into the box, which is going to be another attack buff, 50% attack buff. And then we have Divine Favor at plus 30. Now at plus 30, after the allies cast ultimate for the first time, it will increase their damage for a period of time. And so Cryonite is going to cast their ultimate, get this damage boost, and try to be shredding the enemy team in her initial ultimate, which is really important. And we have Pandora tell that she is actually not going to be position swappable, or I mean, Sylvina could jump her, but she cannot be Rainier position swapped here, which is one way people try to, like, you know, nuke her before she's able to do much. And we have Theodore up front, so he should be tanking most of the enemy team. Pandora should be able to survive just fine, especially with their mythic charms. And Ravion just going to be on the other tile. So overall, guys, those are going to be the teams I'm planning to run for this week. I have done testing. I think overall these are some really solid teams you can run. But of course, you can mix and match using the mid-level of teams if you don't have all of these pay-to-win heroes. And depending on which heroes you have, you just have to consider the core. For example, in this comp, the core is a Pandora plus hyper carry comp. So then if you don't have Cryonite, you will have to replace it with some other hyper carry. But it can work. Team number 2 is the Dunlinger, Saida, Athalia, Stroll team. You don't have to run Aliceth here, but Igor is a really good option if you have him. Igor or Saida have great Stroll value with Athalia, but you do not have to run a hero like Aliceth, but you want to run Dunlinger, Saida, Athalia together. And team number 1, we have it. It's a Marcel core with light bearers. You don't even need to run a hero. Like we said, you could run Ludovic. So anyway, guys, hopefully this is helpful. Good luck in Supreme Arena this week. This week is going to be exciting because people are leveling up their Phantomals, getting more value out of that. And also this week we're gonna have, like, you know, mythic charms coming online, even for some people with some PvP heroes, and that is gonna be a big difference. Like the difference between red and mythic charms is the biggest difference in the game. And so that is, but obviously we need to prioritize Dream Realm first, and then we will work on PvP as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If there's any other teams you want to recommend, feel free to share them in the comment section down below. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. And if you are not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. My Discord server link is in the description of this video. We have a pretty active community there, so I would look forward to you guys joining. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase, and my affiliate link is in the description and also pinned comment. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.